Hey everyone, so it's been a while since I did a video. I did a really quick one for my monogram shawl. Somebody had asked me how I wrapped it, and so I did a quick review on just on how I wrapped my monogram shawl, and that was a while ago. We've had a lot going on here, and I'm pregnant, and I'm tired, and I have a toddler, so yeah. But I thought that this piece was really cool, so I wanted to go over it. This is the Trousse Blush GM, which is super hard to find. This piece is essentially, it's a makeup brush case. I don't know the full years it was in production, and I don't really know, when they start and stopped, but what I do know is that they're really hard to find. Because for instance, let's say you search, Alma on eBay, a ton are gonna come up, right? Because there's just a ton out there. You search the Trousse Blush GM on eBay, and maybe there'll be two, maybe. So the more popular one is the PM size, but the PM size doesn't actually fit like full-size makeup brushes in it. So that would be more just like a little cosmetic tote. So this is really cool. So I was actually really excited. I just happened to see this one pop up for sale from a good seller and was able to just jump on it, which I was pretty excited about. I thought that it was gonna take me a lot longer to find one in the GM size. Let's see if it's focusing on those. Yeah, the heat stamp, and so basically it has your 3 pieces for your brush there, and then you can do some brushes there, and then if you have really large brushes, those can go in there. There's a pocket here if you wanted to keep like other makeup items in there. You can use it for whatever you want. Obviously I have a ton of makeup brushes. I think if you have makeup brushes, you tend to have a lot of them, but what I use daily, I don't use like 80 brushes on my face, nor do I own 80 brushes. That's exaggerating. But the bottom line is you have your brow brush, your foundation, contour, few different things for eyeshadow, base, crease, whatever, like they all fit in here. I had seen some people comment that like, oh, that's really cool, but I have way too many makeup brushes. I'm like, yeah, but do you use all like 11 brushes every day? I mean, that's a lot. I don't have time for all that. So anyways, this is it. So this is the Trousse Blush GM. I was really happy with just the condition that the zipper pulls were in, the zipper all the way around. Sometimes when you buy like a pre-loved piece or like a vintage piece, you can tell that they've cleaned it with Brasso, because the Brasso will stick. It'll make like a green a green like tint on the lining of the fabric, and this doesn't have that. Like I don't think somebody's polished the hell out of this with Brasso. I think it was just well taken care of. I can't remember what year it's from either, but I just have my Emily wallet out here for size comparison, because I think the Emily wallet's a pretty decent size. So you can just kind of see that it's a substantial piece. I want to say it's just about 9 inches across right there. So, because the thing is I have the Toiletry 26 that I really like for my actual makeup items, but hygiene wise, I don't like to throw my makeup brushes in just to be floating around. I like to be able to clean those, keep them clean. I don't want them collecting a bunch of dirt. So I wanted a brush case specifically to keep it separate, I just didn't want my makeup brushes getting caught in the zipper. Like what I use daily fits in here just fine, and obviously like my backstock supply of makeup is like somewhere else, but what I use daily is this works great. So this is the Toiletry 19, and so if you might notice, I have this roll of duct tape here. This has been like a project piece. This was my first project piece that I wanted to keep for myself, and essentially the lining had been peeling out of this. So they had a lot of these toiletry pieces, they have what's called the Vuitton lining. It's like that plasticky, rubbery, it's wipeable. So if your cosmetics spill on it, you can just wipe it up, it's not gonna stain it. Pieces that have been left in a bathroom where it's gonna steam, that Vuitton peels. And so a lot of these that are being sold pre-loved, people are getting rid of them because the lining is just peeled out from inside. So I was thinking, okay, I'll get it. It's peeling, that's fine. The seller had removed all of the lining, and was told that I could paint it and seal it with Mod Podge, which is true. And I did that, and it was a really big project. Not big, it was just like draining. It was just a lot of work to like not try to get paint or Mod Podge on the outside of the canvas. And then once it dried, the color was really cute. It was super cute, but the texture of the Mod Podge was super scratchy. So like every time I stuck my hand in there, like it literally felt like sandpaper scraping my hand. It just wasn't an enjoyable experience. Like, here's my luxury item that like I want it to be like luxurious. Like, I don't want it to scratch me. So then I decided to use fabric glue and glue some fabric on the inside. Well, that was more work than painting it. And it ended up looking like crap. So I'll show you. And now it's stained because it's fabric and I can't clean it. And so what you can see is that I tried to preserve the date code like the best that I could over back here in the corner. What you can see is that it's just a hot mess. Like the glue, you can see where the glue, you can just like see it through the material. And then I was like, oh, well, let me just try to do this pink material. So I've ended up with just like this janky inside that I guess it doesn't really matter, but it's not cute. This pink material was a total fail and like super hard to work with. So then I gave up on that and I tried to use the white material, and now I just have like this quilt. So what I'm gonna do is my last resort and what people have really talked about is it's a fabric duct tape, and it's a really cute like coral color. I don't know what it's coming through on the camera, but it's like a peachy pink. It's not that orange and it's not that peach. It's like a salmon color. I think it'll look good with the monogram. So my final project is going to be trying to do like straight across strips across and just sealing off the inside of here and have it be a lining like that, because this would at least be wipeable. And I'd seen on some of like the restore groups and whatnot where people have done some things like this, and at this point like it's totally messed up inside anyway, so I kind of have nothing to lose. That's kind of my attitude with it, and I'm a pretty easygoing person, so whatever happens, happens. We'll just see. I'll do a video on that, on the finishing product once I'm done. I don't know when I'm going to tackle it, maybe next week. But yeah, so that'll be the before, and I'll post the after on that. But anyways, this is just it. A lot of rambling, and my whole point was really just to show this Blush GM makeup brush case. So like I said, they do have a PM. The PM is only like 6 inches across, and so it would literally be for like travel makeup brushes that could go in it. The GM size is what gets you like the actual space, because if you see here, there's about, you know, 1/2 inch for that brush, 1 inch for that brush. Like, these are sizable brushes. This is, the whole inside is about 9 inches in length. So yeah, I was just super stoked about this because, I don't know, if you like LV and you're gonna collect stuff, I think it's fun to have little pieces that you can just have like in your daily life, like it's for me, you know, just something to enjoy while I'm doing my daily routine. So that's it, guys. Thanks for the subscribers that I have. I'm a super random YouTuber. You know, I don't put a lot of effort into like editing videos or filtering them or anything. My son's napping, I make a little video and I post it. So it's nothing fancy. And I appreciate the followers that I have. And if anyone has any questions for me, that's it. I guess I realized I never made a video on this. This is the Emily wallet with a rose ballerine. No, this is the Rose Nassar. The Rose Nassar lining. The rose ballerine was like impossible to find, and then this one was even more hard to find, so that's what I ended up with. But it's really pretty. I love it. I never did a video on this, but I feel like there's a ton of videos already on these. They have glazing issues, what can I say? I guess that's the one thing I would mention if you're looking into getting an Emily wallet. Where this bends, that'll tend to crack. This has already been reglazed once by Louis Vuitton. Thankfully it was complimentary. And so, I don't know. It's cute. I like it. I think I like my blush pouch more though, actually, because I think that that's just really fun. Okay,